Hi FlossTube, it's Kim with Kim J Stitches. Welcome back. If you were here last week, week before, or even 5 or 6 years ago, I'm so glad that you are joining me again for an update on my cross stitching and crafting journey. If you are new here, this is a channel about count and cross stitch. And I do some finishing, but I don't do quilting. I don't do any other crafts. It's all about cross stitch, and I do a wide variety of projects, everything from a sampler to smalls and a lot of different designers. So if you like what you see, I hope that you will subscribe, stick around, watch me again. I try to record every couple of weeks now. I am 1 day late because I had a wonderful day yesterday stitching with my best friend. She came to my house. We kind of looked in we shared some stash and looked around. That's what best friends do. We exchange stash sometimes, and I have a really cool one to show you toward the end of the video. In fact, I'm calling this video The Birds and the Beatles, and you'll understand why at the very end. So I hope that you will stick around because I have a great giveaway or share at the end. At least I think it's great, and I hope that you guys will like it as well. So again, thank you so much. My family is doing well. My quick 1-minute update on my family. Steve's doing well. You know, he's retired. He has Alzheimer's. Not much has changed. We're very blessed that not much has changed with that. My son is doing well. I had a chance to have breakfast with him. If I didn't say the date, it is Sunday, July 26th. And it's hard to get with him because my son works in retail. If you've been around, as you know, that he graduated. When we started these videos a long time ago, he was still in college. Yeah, I think he was in college. And so he's been out of college for 4 years, which makes me feel old. And he's enjoying a great career in retail. He's traveled some. He's been to Oregon, Minneapolis, just across the state line to Alabama. So things are going well there. I do have some family members going through a hard time outside of in my extended family rather. So just appreciate thoughts and prayers for that. But other than that, my immediate household is doing very well. So today I have 12 projects to show you. I do not have a full finish. I promised to do one on Fridays, but this past Friday was just absolutely crazy. So I will do a really nice full finish that I want to show you for next Friday. I do have a finish and I'm pretty excited about it. I have 2 starts, a couple of what I consider restarts, and a good mini whip. So it's 12 total projects to show you today. And if you've been with me before, I don't like to do a lot of chatter at the beginning. I just like to get started with the stitching. So you can probably see all this stuff behind me. I have my little board here. Let's first start with my finish. So I'm pretty excited about this. This was a WhipGo project. This is, and there's a reason why I'm very excited. This is the Bluebird sampler. It is from, and I didn't bring the pattern because it is finished. It is from Heart and Hand. I stitched this on 32 count aged paper from Color and Cotton. Now this was a big deal for me. I have been stitching for 30 years. I might want to hold that. See, again, here, y'all know that there's always going to be some bloopers here, and y'all will have a blooper reel if you want one, including me cutting my head off and getting way up here. So beading is not hard. I know it's not, but I've always been intimidated by it. And this has beads, and look, y'all, I did that myself. See those little beads there? That is the first time that I have beaded a project on my own in my 30 years of stitching. So I'm pretty excited about that because if you guys know, I have Lady of Justice and Lady of the Flag in my stash. In fact, Lady Justice is kitted up and ready to go, and I have the beads with that. I do have the Lady of the Flag beads, and I was kind of intimidated by that project. I have stitched with like Krynic or some of that metallic thread, but some of that like beading was really worrying me. Would I be able to do it, or would I have to get my best friend to do it? But I'm very, very excited that now, yes, I feel like I can handle the beading. So let me tell you what I am going to be doing with this project. So now that it is finished, I've decided I want to frame it, and you've been seeing a little bit of this. Right here, I finished this one, the Redbird sampler from Heart and Hand. I finished this last year. It's got 2025 on it. It did not have beads, so I'm going to kind of move back because I'm cutting my head off. It did not have beads, but So I was happy about that. It had a button. I chose not to put the button on. So what I plan to do is I plan on having those framed together and matted. It might cost a little, but I think it's going to look very well. I do video from time to time at work, and I'm in the process of putting up a wall full of bird projects behind me, and this will be the first one that will be in that series. I have several of the heart in hand bird samplers. I have the crow, which is going to be my next start, and I meant to bring that in here, but that's okay. I have cuckoo bird, and I have the quail, which came out this year, which I absolutely love. I do not have hummingbird, but I'm planning on stitching all of those, and I don't know if I'm going to frame all of them. Y'all know I like to get creative with my stitching. So yay, a finish and some beading, a new skill. I'm pretty excited about that. So let's get to my new starts. So I have been doing a new start on Saturday. Yesterday, when my best friend came over, we were doing Christmas, but I did wait and do this later. You'll see the Christmas project I worked on while she was here later. I have bought all of these Little House Needleworks Hometown Holiday Series. I bought several of them. In fact, I have some on order, and they will be in haul next time. I've decided that I'm going to do this series, and I'm going to either finish them in cubes or in stand-ups and kind of like have my own little hometown holiday Christmas village. Where we're going to put that in my house, I absolutely don't know. So I've had these in my stash, and I've already stitched one. When I go through the ones that I have, you'll see the one that I've stitched before. It was an ornament for my son because he loves bookstores. I just gave away what it is. So this is the one that I started yesterday. This is, it's just called My House, and I'll put my last name at the bottom. So I got this one started last night because I'm trying to do a new start every Saturday. I decided that I would stitch these on 18 count vintage country mocha. They're going to kind of be small. That's okay with me. And I'm going to use a mixture of the called for colors and some colors in my stash. As far as buying fancy floss, if I think, and you'll see this in one of the projects toward the end of this video, if I think that the variegation is going to make a really big difference in the project, then I will actually use it. But if I don't think it is, then I just use DMC. I'm a big DMC fan. So this is where I started last night. I decided to start at the Christmas tree because honest, I haven't decided if I'm going to use the fancy floss for the house. The house is stitched in Bing Cherry. I have some of that color, but I don't know if I have enough to do the entire house. I had to pick up some floss today at Michael's. So I picked up the DMC, I think it's DMC 902. I picked up the 902, and I may just stitch the house in that. I normally don't start on the left of a chart. I normally start on the right or in the center. But since I had this is not the called for. I think the called for is English Ivy, but this is fancy floss, and this is steamed broccoli. I tend to have a lot of steamed broccoli in my stash. So that's my start. I will be stitching Christmas this week in the mornings. My stitching routine is I get up very early in the mornings, and I'll stitch whatever time I have. It might be 30 minutes, it might be an hour. If I can't sleep, it might be 2 or 3 hours. So I do that, and I kind of alternate. The first week of the month, and I mentioned this last week, I do my Hawk Run Hollow. I am working on the village of Hawk Run Hollow. If I got distracted, there's something outside. I'm sitting in front of the window, and I apologize if my eyes kind of moved. So I do that the first week, and then I do participate in WhipGo. And the 2 middle weeks, I work on my WhipGo project in the morning, and then the last week of the month is Christmas. So I'll be working on Christmas all week, and I may even, this is not very big. It's not here. I don't have the chart here, of course. I just want to show. So I may finish this week, and that's kind of like what I'm thinking. So let me show you the ones I have. Now I've ordered several more, and they will be in my haul in 2 weeks when I do my next video. And I think I will be able to do that one on a Saturday. I just said, I try not to say, I just don't know what's going to be going on with so much going on in my extended family's life. So I finished this one. It's an ornament. I don't know if I've ever showed it. I will try to pull it out of my Christmas box of ornaments and show it. But this is the bookstore. I did this one as an ornament for my friend, for my son, but I am going to redo it for the village. This is one of my favorites. This is the Carolers. It's still in the package. I hope you could see that. This is the Firehouse. It may be the one that I don't know if it's going to be the one I do next or not. I have this one. There's a little glare. The sun is going in and out here. This is groceries. I think this one's cute. I'm really having a hard time deciding which one would be next. I'm sorry guys, everything is behind me and to the side of me. This one is the little post office. I love, y'all know I love stitching churches. If you've been around for a while, you know I love it. This one is the church. This one is the sweet shop. I don't know why I pressed my, again, I bet that YouTube is going to get the goofiest picture. Now they did really well with my thumbnail last week. If you don't film on FlossTube, what YouTube will do is it'll pick 3 pictures and let you pick one, which is what the picture people see when they log on to look at your FlossTube. And I promise you, I'm almost always making a goofy face, but last week they picked one that wasn't bad. I usually change it and just create a thumbnail of my own, but we'll see. And this last one, and this is what, I just love this one because of the little train. It's called Main Street Station. I may start that one, but I've ordered a few more. I know I ordered the filling station, the diner. Oh, I remember I ordered the needlework shop. But I ordered a few more. I mean, I didn't want to order all of them because it's going to take me a while to get these done. But my mom had a little just regular Christmas village for a while in her house, and I thought it was so cute. I've seen lots of people with their Christmas villages. So I'm either going to put these in make little cube finishes, or I learned how to make a stand-up at the Barefoot Needle Art Retreat in May. It was in May, yes. And so I may just make little stand-ups, but I do want to have them all kind of finished and set out as a little Christmas village. So that was my first start, and I'm gonna try to put my stuff back in the bags as I go. I might just stuff it down in here because if I don't, it's just gonna be a big mess I have to clean up. All right, so I'll put that over there. So my next new start, probably not gonna surprise you guys. I need to show you, I finished the DMC Flamingo. I don't remember if I showed you that. I've been stitching on that for a while. I didn't have much left to finish. And so, of course, I have to have another Flamingo project because, hey, I got this great bag. This is from Garan, and you can see that there. I love this little bag. I still have, you're supposed to put your project name on it, but I have lots of Flamingo projects in here. I decided to start the Seaside Flamingos by Stitches by Ethel. It's all charted in DMC. It is absolutely adorable. I don't even remember when I purchased this. So this is my start. I'm just gonna use this because it's easier than pulling out my big board. So this is my start. I am using all the called for DMC. This fabric is 28 count High Tide. I think it's called High Tide by Be Stitch Me. I have had that fabric in my stash forever. So I take that back. I did change the greens. I did not have the greens in stash, so I changed the greens. I don't know what I changed them to, but it was something very similar. Let me look down here. So the call for greens were $9.59 and $9.64. I changed them to something very, very similar. So, but that is my start. For August, we're going to kind of do we decorate seasonally. I think I mentioned that. We're pulling out the patriotic stuff that's been up for July. And by the end of the week, we're going to have flamingos and beachy kind of stuff up in we have a little area of our dining room that when you walk into our apartment, to the right, you see all of the holiday stuff. I also do holiday stuff on this little bar kind of thing that we have outside of our kitchen. And right now it has summer stuff, and I guess I should bring that and show that to you, or maybe I'll show it on one of the shorts. So those are my 2 new starts. I love both of those projects. Now I also had a couple of restarts, and I'll explain that. And one of them is actually going to be a WhipGo project for August. So I have thought, I want to stitch on a higher count. My sweet spot for stitching is 18 count Aida or 32 count linen or even weave, either one. Now I enjoy 28. 28 is pretty easy, but those are usually if I have and I'm doing some on 36, and I have a 14 count project. I do have one that I worked on this week, but normally, those are what I call my sweet spots. So this is Antique Birds and Cages from Shakespeare's Peddler. I had purchased some 46 count kind of linen. It was linen, but I don't know how to describe it, from Hobby Lobby. I thought, I'm going to try it. I did okay on it for a while, but I wasn't enjoying it. So I had purchased this 20 count Ada from Bee Stitch Me. It's called Portobello is the colorway. And I'm like, I'm just going to start this over on this 20 count Ada because I liked the color. And this, so I restarted, and this is how much I finished. I am using Weeks Dye Works Gunmetal for the color. And again, this is Portobello 20 count from Bee Stitch Me. I really like this. So this is as far as I have gotten. I will probably frame this, and I've got an idea for a framing, so we'll see how that works. So that's one restart. I'm also very proud of this restart. I had a whole lot of firsts. This past week, I beaded on the Bluebird project. You are going to see a lot of birds. I stitch a lot of birds, okay? So I don't know how many more you're going to see as I go along, but yeah, I stitch a lot of birds. My best friend bought this project for me. It's Blackbird Designs. It's called When Cardinals Appear. She bought this for me. We were in a cross-stitch store that is now closed, and I saw it and thought it was pretty. So she bought it for me. What she did not know was that there's a lot of over one stitching and there are beads in this project. So she purchased some 14 count Ada. It was absolute gorgeous fabric. It was Crystal Dwarf. Picture This Plus. If you know anything about that fabric, it's blue, and she bought the shiny opalescent stuff, but it was 14 count. So I purchased some 28 count because I wasn't going to be able to do the over one on 14 count Ada. So I picked, and it's very close to this. It's not the called for, but it's very close to the called for. I was struggling with that over one on that 28 count. Don't ask why. So I decided just to see what I had in stash. And I didn't know if it was because it was opalescent. I mean, I really didn't know. This is some even weave. It's 27 count Linda, which I always like working on Linda because that's my mom's name. So last Sunday, I'm like, I'm going to get that over one done. So all of the over one is in the beak of the bird. I'm going to put that up close. So that is where the over one is, and I did it. And it is done. Now on the actual bird, there isn't any more over one stitching. But if you want to do like the borders, that's over one. I'm thinking I might just do the bird and not do any of the borders. And just use that because it's really cute, because I think any more over one stitching might make me a crazy person, which I'm already crazy. But yeah, I wanted to do this. My best friend purchased this for me. She has finished hers and she's already framed it. She also did a companion piece. It's a Snowy Owl by Blackberry Lane, and they're hanging it. They're beautiful. They're absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I do have the fabric. This was the fabric it was on. This dwarf. You could see that you could see what I had done. I actually am going to rip this up and use this. I was struggling. I don't know if that's upside down, or I think it's upside down. But I was struggling on this. This fabric's showing up a little, it's much bluer in person than it is. But yeah, this fabric again is 28 count Linda even weave, and I think it's gonna look pretty on that. It's not as shiny, it's not as, but I like the way it looks. And again, the blue is a little bit better when I put it behind me. All right, guys. By the way, I just do these like I'm talking to you. If you're new here and you've made it 18 minutes into this video, I'm just talking to you like you were sitting in my living room. That's kind of how I do with things. So my WhipGo call, one of my WhipGo calls for July, my other one, I forgot to mention that the birds project, the bluebird that I showed you at the first of the video, that was one of my WhipGo calls for July. This is the second one. This is Take Me Out to the Ball Game. This is also a lot of Little House Needleworks today. Also by Little House Needleworks. I love this. We are big baseball fans in my house. I am working on a secret project in honor of my father that is a baseball project. That is just something, I worked a little bit on it this weekend. Last weekend. So this has a lot of French knots in it. I don't like French knots either. I've done them and I can do them, and sometimes they look good and sometimes they don't. So this is where I am on this. So I worked on the popcorn, and I worked here, maybe I should show it to you. And I worked here on some of this, this is, I think it's Classic Colorworks Peanut Brittle. So I worked on doing some of that. There's a lot of stitching down here in this grass, a lot. So I want to tell you, so the popcorn that is in this, here at this little cute little popcorn stand, they do a lot of French knots. And my best friend and I, we were looking at it yesterday. When I stitched just these little popcorns here, I thought that was quite cute. And it looks like popcorn. I'm leaving that popcorn as is. I am not going to put all the French knots in it. It's going to stay as it is because, hey, it's popcorn. It kind of goes up. And yeah, I have people without heads. And people without eyes because I've got to either do the French knots or now that I can bead, I'm planning on beading, making some beady eyes. Well, that's terrible to say. I'm going to do, I have some very small black beads in stash. I might just add some beads for their eyes there. We'll see how that goes. But, and this is a WhipGo. I have not met my WhipGo goal yet. I have a couple more hours. For WhipGo, what I usually try to do is if I'm going to do WhipGo, I want some progress. So I say I want to do 8 hours on each project. I have kept up with my WhipGo all year long. And of course, I finished the Bluebird sampler. And I only have 2 hours, and I'm planning on, the Braves are playing right now. The Atlanta Braves are my favorite team, by the way. So I am planning on picking this up again. I want to finish all of my headless people. But I was out of, the call for is DMC 950. I was out of it. And I was like, I couldn't find it anywhere in my stash. How in the world I got out of DMC 950, I don't know. But I did. Guys, if my eyes wander, I am looking outside. There's a beautiful mountain called White Oak Mountain over, and then I live in an apartment complex, and there's people walking and dogs. So I apologize if my eyes wander. I try not to do that too much. So guys, I am a person of faith, and I do a Sunday stitch. And I have 3 projects currently that you saw in my WHIP parade that I have been working on. But I am focusing on one because this pattern, let me get that out. The pattern is like 26 years old. It's a 2020 pattern. It came out of a Leisure Arts. I think it's a Leisure Arts magazine. It is a Leisure Arts magazine. So this is it. This is called Name Above Every Name. I just call it Names of Jesus. I always put little different names than what the chart name is. If you ever want to know an official chart name or where to get it. This magazine came out in 2000. My former husband, who I'm not married to anymore, obviously, he bought this magazine for me, but I loved all the purples. I am a purple person. But I've just kind of picked it up and put it down. I used to only stitch on Aida. My preferred Aida was kind of like what some people call oatmeal, some people call dirty Aida. That was my preferred Aida. And I just decided I wanted to get it done. So it was on my WhipGo board once, and I got a lot of work into it. I have 2 lines left. I did work a little bit on this morning. I did the word conqueror, and then I did these lines last Sunday. I got all the way to this line. I am going to finish this by August. That is my goal. Whoops. There we go. So that's where I am. I'm stitching it on this, as I said, this 18 count oatmeal or dirty Aida, whatever you call it, using all the called for DMCs. And I already have a finishing piece, a big finishing piece that I plan on finishing it on. So I don't know if I'm going to have it go up with my Easter decor or if I'm going to put it somewhere in our home year round. So we will see. So you guys also know that I work on my Prairie Schooler Santas every Monday night. I've been kind of, when I went back and looked through my Prairie Schooler stash, I was kind of impressed that I've gotten, I feel like I don't get many done, but I tend to get one done every 3 to 4 months, and I only work on it on Monday night. Sometimes I might work on it when I'm stitching with friends because Prairie Schoolers have a lot of fill-in that you can do. So I had picked up, these are the first ever Prairie Schooler Santas from 1984 to 1987. And I'm working on 1985 because that's the year I graduated from high school. So, and this isn't what I'm doing here. Don't you love his little beard and his little thing? So since I saw you, he actually has a face, and he actually has eyes, and a little bit more of his beard. So he looks normal. I don't know about you guys, but when something I'm stitching on doesn't have a face or eyes, or it's headless, as in the case of Take Me Out to the Ball Game, it weirds me out. And actually Monday, I worked a lot on his bag. I just decided to work on some of that green bag before I got to that. If you stitch the traditional colors of Prairie Schooler Santas, it's a lot of 221. So before I got to all that red 221, I decided to do this dark green. And that's where I am on that. This will get picked up tomorrow. It'll be worked on 2 more times before you see me, unless sometimes I just feel like working on a project and I will say, yes, I'm going to work on this a certain night, or I'm not going to work on this. But just to be honest with you, if I feel like working on something, I'm going to do it. You might have heard me hit my leg. I'm wearing shorts here. Sorry about that. This is a project that I meant to put in my WHIP parade and was left out. So I pulled it out last week to work on so you can actually see it. This is Family by Stitching with the Housewives. I've been working on this one a while. This is really pretty. I plan on putting this on my wall where all the family pictures are in our living room. So I am stitching this on some 14 count vellum from Picture This Plus. I don't know why I chose that fabric, because I don't know. But this is where I am. I am using Anchor Black because I still had some in my stash. I know that you can't really get it anymore from what I'm told. I am not using the call for colors. If you are interested in knowing what colors I'm using, because I don't know off the top of my head, but I know I picked some. I know I'm using DMC for the blue instead of using, I think it called for Really Tealy. No, it called for Tropical Paradise, which is a classic Colorworks. And I am just using DMC. So that is that one. So I think I just worked on that one for about a night, worked just a little bit on it. So I do Patriotic on Fridays. I did not do Patriotic this past Friday because I wanted to work on Take Me Out to the Ball Game, and that's the one I worked on this Friday night. I did work on this one the Friday night before that. I love this one. It is the Wordy Bird from July from Sweet Wing Studio. And I don't know, it's just the Wordy Bird for July. I call it Patriotic Peacocks is what I call it. Aren't they cute? I am stitching this on some Grace Notes, and I actually have the card here. Grace Notes Serenity. I didn't get a lot done. I think the Braves were losing and I was upset. I don't know. But I did get a lot of the peacock, some of the feathers done, I guess those are the feathers. But I got a lot of that done. I am using all the call for DMC with this project. I have a lot of, they did the Wordy Birds as a club, and I did not join the club, but I think I have since purchased all of them. So yeah, this next one is a WhipGo call, is my second WhipGo call for August. It's funny because on my WhipGo board, there is a project you have seen in the past. I call it Whirly Pumpkin. It's from a magazine that I've been working on for like 8 years or longer, who knows, a long time. It's on my WhipGo board twice, and I really want to get that finished by September. It has not been called this year. So I am probably going to, I've just been working on it when I can. It's not in what I'm working on today, but what I've decided I was going to do is I am just going to work on it, and then I'm going to put something else on my WhipGo board in exchange for that, another fall project. Yeah. So this one, and I think I've shown you everything. Wow, I've got one more WHIP, but that's in a bunch of other stuff. We'll talk about that. I worked on God Shed His Grace on Thee. I just put a little bit more into this last week. And I went ahead and had finished, like I've got it, it's pretty big. It goes all the way down. So I'm just gonna show you where I'm working. I've started working on the flag. And I worked on that last week. And I am using all the sulky threads. Now some of them are not in the pack because I'm using them, but I bought the thread pack. And I really love working with these threads. I didn't think I would. Mine is on just some 32 count white even weave, and I'm just using one thread, and I like the coverage. I'm fine with it. And I purchased this probably 6 years ago. The pack, the fabric, it had everything with it, and I just didn't do it. So my last WHIP is a Blackbird. So we're going to talk about Blackbirds, and that's why I saved it for last. Number one, this is the WHIP I worked on with my best friend when she came to stitch with me on Saturday. She has already finished this project. She has done it on some beautiful, beautiful fabric, and I am still working on mine. If you are following along with Holly Jones and, oh my gosh, Leah Bloom, I hope I said your name right. They are doing Blackbird Academy Sal. It's a group on Facebook. I am in that group, and I am excited because I have a huge Blackbird stash. Now, if you guys are interested in seeing my Blackbird stash, I think I counted 25 and some of them are books. I would love to just show you what I have purchased from Blackbird Designs, and there's many, many more over the years. And I've stitched 2, and I have 2 Blackbird whips that I'm currently working on. That's going to change, as you're going to see. Do I have 2? Yeah, 2 Blackbird whips that I'm currently working on. So, but I'm excited to be in the Blackbird Academy Stitch Along because I hope to get some started. I have been in this really big mode of I want to start all the things. So yesterday, I am going to pull this board over here. By the way, this flowers back there, Hobby Lobby's having a great sale. You know, this room is done in yellow, and I got this flowers like $1.88, and they're really pretty for this room. So this is 'Tis the Season, and I am working on the leaves. So I will tell you, let me show you first what it will look like when it's finished. A lot of you have seen this. I am planning on using probably the traditional 'Tis the Season to Me Jolly rather than using the French version that probably none of my relatives would know what it says. So let me tell you where I have. What I did was, this is all one color that goes through here. I went and stitched all of that. There's a thread there. Sorry, y'all. And then what I'm doing is just adding the leaves. That needs to be frogged and that needs to be frogged. But hey, I got one finished yesterday. So that is where I am. Now let me tell you about the cardinal. So I use the fancy silks, Belle silks. I use that for the cardinal, but I'm using DMC for the rest of it. And it's just one of those examples where I think it would make a difference. When I said, yeah, the cardinal needs to be the fancy floss and the variegation, but I really didn't see, you know, the point of using, using it on the wipes. Look at that cardinal. I just love it. This is stitched on some 28 count Lugana B-Stitch Me, and it's called Through the Stones. I know a lot of you have stitched some things on this color. This is all of this fabric that I have, and I really want more of it. Again, I want to show you. I just love that cardinal so much. So that is my Blackbird that I am worked on during since I saw you a couple of weeks ago. So for the Blackbird Academy sale, the first call is for like stitch something with an alphabet. So I wanted to do, I will show you, I'm gonna have to lean a little bit. Here we go. And I have some exciting things about this. So I wanted to start Midnight Watch. I've had this in stash a long time. This is what I wanted to start. And I was also going to just continue to work on, I am doing Abigail Adams, and that was kind of like my plan. I plan on stitching this on some 32 count even weave from Grace's Fabrics. It's called Raspberry Latte. That's kind of showing up true to form. It's got a little bit of kind of pink tinge to it. I thought, well, I'm going to stitch, but I'm not sure I'm sold on this fabric. So yesterday, when my best friend came over, she brought this chart. It's one of the loose feathers. It's called It's Berry Time. It's pretty hard to find. It's gorgeous. And I think I might kit this up and use this for the alphabet stitch along for Blackberry Academy. Oh, Blackbird. Did I say Blackberry a lot? If I did, I am not I am 33 minutes into this video. I know it's Blackbird and not Blackberry. Blackbird Academy, Blackbird Designs, saying that again. Okay, so, but this, it's called This Is Berry Time. That's what threw me. So that is, so I'm thinking I'm going to switch. Look at all that detail. Look how beautiful it is. I love it. I have some reds in my stash, and I'm just going to pull something and see what is close. The call for on this is Classic Colorworks Wild Berries, which I don't have any of that in my stash. So I might change, but yeah, it was really cool when my best friend just showed up with this. I'm so excited. So we're gonna get to the giveaway portion of the video. I do love the Beatles series that Blackbird Designs has, and I have all of them except for Blackbird. Did I say Blackberry again? Blackbird Designs, I know it. By the way, there is a beautiful bird sitting outside right now as I'm talking about this, so it's distracting me. But Blackbird, y'all can laugh about this. This will be something you should just, yeah, this blooper reel. So they have a series for the Beatles. I have Octopus, I have Strawberry Fields Forever, and I have Eleanor Rigby. I do not have Long and Winding Road. I do not have Blackbird. But as of last week, I have Yellow Submarine, which is the one I think I want to start first when I start doing the Beatles series. I've had Eleanor Rigby forever. I've had Strawberry Fields for a while too. I really like this one. I don't know, it's just weird and whimsical. I don't know, I just like it. So I ordered from 123 Stitch because I ordered some of the floss for Midnight Watch, because I do think that this moon needs to be done in the fancy floss so you get the variegation. So I ordered that floss and a couple of other flosses that I needed, and some vintage country mocha, because I do stitch a lot on 18 count vintage country mocha. I don't think I told you, but that is what my prairie schoolers are on. So when I got my order, I opened it up and boom, I have two. So I am going to give this away. If anyone does not have Yellow Submarine and you want the copy that I accidentally ordered, this is going to be the giveaway. Now, you cannot say giveaway. You have to be over 18. There's a lot of rules for that, but just know, don't say giveaway, be over 18, be a subscriber, all the good things if you want to win this. And just let me know. I'll just mail it anywhere in the United States or anywhere, anywhere. It's just this is just a pattern. So how am I going to determine a winner? I want to know, what is your favorite Beatles song? If you like the Beatles, and if you don't like the Beatles, say, well, I don't like the Beatles, but I sure would like to stitch Yellow Submarine. So that's what you need to say. What is my favorite Beatles song? It's probably Long and Winding Road. So sometimes I used to get Paul McCartney and Wings songs mixed up with Beatles songs. And I would be like, oh, that's my favorite song. Well, that's not by the Beatles. That's by Paul McCartney and Wings. That bird is just perched out there. It's really distracting me right now. So again, tell me your favorite Beatles song in the comments. Or if you don't like the Beatles, just say, hey, I just never really liked the Beatles. Guys, that is it. I should be back to regularly on Saturday, which is going to be 2 weeks from this past Saturday. I don't even know what the date of that is. I will do a short and an update if anything changes, because sometimes my Saturdays do get tied up. Steve and I are doing some traveling for the travel blog that we write, and we may or may not have somewhere to go. I think that would be August 8th. So I think that is August 8th, which would be the next Saturday that I would film, because I do every other Saturday, or that's what I'm trying to do. The reason I'm doing that is I stitch a lot and I have a lot of projects, and I was doing it monthly, but I wasn't stitching as much. And I can kind of keep this within 30 and 45 minutes if I do them every other week. So again, thank you so much for joining me. If you have made it this far, wow, I am proud of you. I hope that you weren't bored to death. I hope that you were laughing, because I made so many mistakes. Yes, I know it's Blackbird Designs and not Blackberry. And hope that you guys have a great next 2 weeks. I appreciate so much that you guys are joining me on this journey, and I will see you again in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.